Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
All right. Where the hell is everybody? What the hell's going on here? Good damn morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. And welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where I have to take care of my voice today because I have to sing this evening. Yes, I'm singing in a concert in a nice theater in the lovely downtown Bloomington, Minnesota. Now, I'm part of a community choir, so to speak, and we have a performance this evening and tomorrow afternoon in front of audience, and I even have a solo in one of the songs. I'm very, very excited. If you live in the Twin Cities, come visit, see it. It's kind of pricey though. It's like $20 to get in if you're seniors and students, and 25 if you're not. But it's a good show. We have a great concert lined up. It's kind of fun singing in a choir again. I haven't done it for a while. I used to sing in my church choir, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, hi, how you doing? Happy Friday. It is the 17th of May 2024. And I'm just wondering where everybody is. It's pretty light in the chat. Are one of my friends streaming or something? What the hell's going on here? This is weird. And also, it's especially on a free for all Friday where you get to choose what the hell we talk about. Although I do want to go through that Pelosi, Oxford, whatever crap debate thing that they did. Let's see. No one. I don't see anyone. I'm looking at my subscriptions. No one's streaming that normally I shouldn't say compete because we're all friends. Kwame Brown, no. Your boy Pat, well, yeah, but there's only one over there. Law and Crime, no. Then Incredible Salt Mine, no. Wait, Incredible Salt Mine. Isn't that what are those guys doing on right now? That's weird. That's weird that they're on right now. They're usually on in the afternoon. Well, anyway, whatever. The people are here are awesome. And I love you all. Honestly, I do. I love you. I love you. Little Paul McCartney. Is that Paul McCartney in Wings, or is it just Paul McCartney? I can't remember. I think that's when he's with Wings. I know that's obviously not Beatles, Paul McCartney, but anyway. So let's get to the show. We should say hi to everybody. And then I need to find this Oxford debate thing. By the way, Michael Cohen, in the cross-examination history got busted in multiple lies. I don't even have that on the list because I don't have a list. I have a few trending topics, and then you guys got to decide what the fuck we're going to talk about other than Nancy Pelosi. Now, let me see. Oxford debate Nancy. There we go. I'm going to look that up. And then there's some links here. How long was that really? Oh, hers was only 14 minutes. So we'll watch her. Did they ever go like head to head on that? I'm curious. But we will play Nancy Pelosi's version. So since we got to see Winston Marshall yesterday, who basically, I don't know what she said before him, but I think he blew her out of the water. So, all right, let's say hi and get this damn thing started. Oh, yes, thanks, AD. I have it linked up. So there we go. All right. First in chat over at Rumble, Mr. Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Also, good morning to Jimmy Das Hotep from Hotep Nation. And that's everybody who has decided to speak or make themselves known on Rumble. Now, if you're watching Rumble, there's 8 more of you, or 7, well, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 more of you, 7 more of you now because another person's still there. If you're watching on Rumble, just say hi in the chat. Even if you're just open a window to help me out to have the algorithm thingy go. Say hi in the chat if you're watching on Rumble. Even if you've never been here before, just say hi. I want to know who the hell came through here. All right, on YouTube, first the chat. Wait, what? No, it was Avocados Diablo. He also gets the bell there too. Also, good morning to a name I haven't seen. At least I don't know if I've seen it before or not. Oh, King in Yellow. That's a new person. So thank you for joining us. Glad to have you here. Also, Jimmy Das Hotep Nation. Also, good morning. Unacceptable Views. Renee Mayette, Simon Wolfwood, Anand, 1, 2, 3, Trippy Liberty, what's up, my brother? Good morning, Simon Humboldt Nation. Tim Gersh, welcome back. Good to see you on a live show once in a while. I know you pop in comments every once in a while on the replays and stuff, so I appreciate that. And it looks like that's it. Oh, Lord Stanhope's in the house. Wait, what are you sorry about? Why are you sorry, Lord Stanhope? And by the way, it is Friday, Q&A day. So if you got questions, I don't know what the hell I did up there. I don't know if I can edit that. I guess I net. Anyway, it's Friday Q&A day. Ask me anything in that section on YouTube. Now we do have, we have some breaking news. First, thank you, Gunfox61. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Dropping a Hamilton in the tip jar. Now, when you drop a Hamilton in the tip jar and give me a link, that hijacks the show. So Gunfox is going to successfully hijack the show. Good morning, Amazing Disgrace, The Haram Life. That's another name I haven't seen on here. Have you been here before? I'm not sure, but I'm glad you are. That's a salute sign. Good to have you here. And I said Lord Stanhope, didn't I? No, Lord Stanhope was already here. Anyway, Gunfox is going to hijack the show briefly. And you are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. By the way, while we're doing what? Okay. What if you're new here, or even if you're not new here, whatever. It's really important to me if you would so kindly hit the like button while you're thinking about it. Okay, hit that like button. Share the stream, and if you want to sponsor the show, if you want to be a sponsor, like Gunfox just dropped another Hamilton in the tip jar. Oh my gosh! Yeah, and thank you, Haram Life, for subscribing. Gunfox dropped a Hamilton in the tip jar with another article, so he's gonna double super secret hijack the show. But if you want to sponsor the show, the best place to do it is at pdognight.live or in the chat. You see the little links there. They say, well, maybe not. I don't know. They're not showing up yet, but they will. I guarantee you they will. It'll say you can sponsor the show here. You can hijack the show. You can drop a Hamilton or a dime or a deuce or a bullet or a big bullet or a small bullet or a really big bullet. Or if you look in the description, there's all kinds of options if you want to see a special announcement for your donation, because there are some interesting ones out there. I don't always promote that, but all you gotta do is click the description, look through it, and go, oh, I wonder what this is. It says something about, oh my gosh, Gunfox, you were just going off. Don't hijack the show. We don't get to watch Nancy sputter like an idiot. I'm gonna make sure that happens, because I mean, look, that's kind of standard for her, though. You know what I mean? It's standard for Nancy to sputter like an idiot. But now, what's going on with this? Why is that bot even working? I don't even know. It must be. It is. Okay. Anyway, pdognight.live. That's where you can drop Hamiltons to be the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. But you're going to have to go more than 30 right now, because Gunfox is going off. He's got another one. Thank you, Gunfox61. Another Hamilton in the tip jar. And I just got to tell you, those Hamiltons are oh so sexy. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, thank you, another one. Oh, my God. Gunfox is trying to kill me. See, Gunfox, for those of you who are new here, does whatever he can to try to trip my trigger, as in triggering me. And often he is successful, because he drops some stuff in there that goes, holy fuck, who thought of this shit? But anyway, all right, so let's we're going to do those real quick, and then we'll do the Pelosi-Oxford debate. And if anyone else wants to hijack the show, that's fine. You can do that, but I'll do those after those 4 things. And then today, Friday, is our famous Q&A day. By the way, Merle Davis, how you doing? Also, another new name, Unique Jackalope. What is going on here? Lots of new faces. Are people getting notifications on my show again? It used to be that, my notifications, I'd never get any new names in the chat. Are you new here? Okay, the 3 people that are new, O King and Yellow, are you new or did you leave already? And then we got, Gersh is here because you've been here before. The Haram Life. Now, I know I've seen that name before. I'm not sure where, but I know I've seen it. And then the other one down here that I just saw, good morning, Patio Furniture, by the way. Also, what was the other one? There was another one Unique Jackalope. That's another one. I love seeing new names in the chat. You got to come by more often. We're here every Monday through Friday around this time. Technically 10 o'clock Eastern, but I work for a living and I usually get home late. But anyway, if someone must sputter and gyrate like an idiot, can it be someone young and cute, or at least a pretty old biddy? Well, Oh, you're old, you look. Well, I know, okay, I know you've been here before. Oh, you're here from Randy Monkey the other day. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. It's nice. I just like seeing new names, man. It's just, and, Monkey and I have been hanging out for years, so I appreciate you dropping by. All right, let's get into this because it could take forever for me to just ramble on over and over. So let's get this first Gunfox thing here because it is breaking news. Now let's see, make sure check my notification before. Let me thank some people first, though. Thank you, Somnambule Nation. Thank you, Jimmy Das Hotep. Thank you, the Holy Bible KJ Dramatized Audio. What the hell? I don't even know who that is. And then CG often retweets the show. And this is Mansquatch, Somnambule Nation, and the Holy Bible KJV Dramatized. I don't know who that is. But they retweeted the show, so I appreciate you. All right, cool. Oh, good morning, Gunfox. Yeah, I saw you there. You're the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day so far. And I didn't even put a donation goal, did I? I have the wrong one up there. Or did I have one up there? Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. All right, well, let's fix that and then we'll get into the article. So there we go. And the goal is SL goal. We'll keep it at 60. We're already at 30. So we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Oh, what the hell did I do there? Oh, because 020204 is not a date. 2024. There we go. That should work. Alrighty then. So we're 50% of the way there on the daily Streamlabs donation goal. And Steve Dave, what's up? How vehement can I be with ratio beratement? I just want to be sure. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Ratio beratement. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. This is some breaking news that Gunfox sent me, though. I want to get to this right away. Apparently, Russia, reportedly firing test rockets off San Diego coastline, according to notice filed with the Aviation Authority. What the bloody hell is this? According to Aviation Authority records, Russia is conducting a military exercise during which it is reportedly firing rockets off the coast of San Diego. Several notice to air missions have been issued for the coast of Southern California and flights between North America and Hawaii, alerting pilots of Russian Federation rocket launches beginning on Thursday, May 16th, and continuing through Sunday, May 26th. The military exercises are set to occur less than 300 nautical miles from shore in international waters off the coast of Southern California and northern Baja California, Mexico. So this is a NOTAM, N-O-T-A-M, which is Notice to Air Missions announcement. NOTAMs have been issued to alert pilots of the rocket launches. This is standard procedure for any military activity that could potentially affect civilian airspace. NOTAM served to ensure the safety of civilian air traffic by providing timely information about potential hazards. Are the Russians feeling a little bold right now? That's crazy. What the hell? Who thought of that? Hello, GDSOB. What's up? Yeah, what the hell? A Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, USS Abraham Lincoln, is also conducting integrated exercises to bolster strike group readiness and capability off the coast of San Diego. The presence of the USS Abraham Lincoln. Okay, why are they repeating this again? It's the same sentence, isn't it? I guess not. It's almost the exact same sentence. The presence of the U.S. Abraham Lincoln and Nimitz-class aircraft carrier conducting integrated exercises in the same area adds another layer of complexity to the situation. These exercises are likely to serve as a response to or a preparation for potential threats posed by the Russian military exercises. While such exercises are common among nations with advanced military capabilities and are often conducted to maintain readiness, test equipment, and showcase strength, there have not been any confirmed instances of Russia conducting live-fire rocket tests directly off the coast of the United States. In August 2023, a Russian and Chinese naval formation made up of 11 ships conducted joint naval drills off the coast of Alaska, resulting in U.S. government shadowing the fleet with its own military equipment. Although Russia has conducted military exercises and tests in various locations around the world, including close to the coastlines of other countries, such as European nations, the United States and its territories have not been typical locations for such activities. Yeah. The exercise taking place off the coast of San Diego is notable as it is relatively close to the United States mainland, making it a provocative choice. Yeah, no shit, it's a provocative choice for the Russians. It's worth noting that these exercises are occurring in international waters beyond the territorial jurisdiction of any single nation. This proximity could be seen as a deliberate message or a show of force by Russia, especially given the historical context of tensions between Russia and the United States. You think? Anyway, yeah, that's, I don't know. That's concerning, I guess. I don't know that they're, well, yeah, we don't need them firing rockets off our coast. Avocado Stabby says it's not the Russians. It is the self-repeating Frankenants and trying to frame them to start World War III. Yes, I am. That's exactly right. There, this is what you should have. That's what you should have got. By the way, I do have my large vessel of the reparations coffee, requisite for the show, in the Big Daddy cup, because that used to be my nickname back in the day. When I was bartending, I was known as Big Daddy because I'm big, and I became a daddy. So that was, holy shit, that was 30 years ago almost. Well, no, 30 years ago this is 30 years ago this year, I became a daddy. It wasn't until November, but and I also competed in the TGI Fridays Bartender Olympics, made it to the regional finals. I was one of those, flippy bottle thingies and flare and, spin and this and that. And I was really good at that shit. Anyway, so there's some more useless knowledge about P-Dog that you have now. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Gunfox dropped another one. Oh, yeah, this is, this happens to be trending too. Apparently, Congress went ghetto over the last day or so. This is from Newsbreak. Oh, baby girl, don't even play. AOC and MTG get into a fiery exchange after dig over fake eyelashes. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez got into a heated exchange during a House committee meeting after the Georgia Republican commented about another legislator's fake eyelashes and intelligence. Now look, some of these ladies, and I'm including Marjorie Taylor Greene in this sentence I'm about to say. That's probably gonna get me in trouble. Some of these ladies in Congress aren't all that bright. Anyway, just 30 minutes into the House Oversight Committee's proceedings, Greene first lined up fellow House member Jasmine Crockett in her crosshairs after straying away from the focus of the meeting. The House's rare evening session was supposed to center on resolving whether Attorney General Merrick Garland has been held in contempt for Congress. Well, look. Oh, snap. So this is what I think got this started. Wait, what? Can we please repeal the 19th? Oh, no. We're not going to do that. The first one was not for ranting. It was for heads up. No, I know it was for heads up. I know that. That's news. That was news. Anyway, so I think this is how it started. I'd like to know if any Democrats on the committee are employing Judge Juan Merchan's daughter, Ms. Green said on Thursday evening concerning the judge who is overseeing Donald Trump's hush money trial. Hush money trial. Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland, Ms. Crockett replied. I think your fake eyelashes are messing up what you're reading, the fiery Georgia Republican said. You know what? I need to put this on video on the screen. We need to do some investigation on this exchange. I just happen to have Congress trending right now because of this very topic. And I think, well, here's this is funny because I'm looking at some of the tweets. What the hell's going on here? Did I freeze? Okay, there we go. I'm looking at some of the tweets about this. So here it is. There's a couple people saying, when did Congress get so ghetto? This is embarrassing. Anyway, we're $35 trillion in debt heading into World War III, being invaded at the southern border, and let's check it on Congress. Well, let's try this one first. This is like 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Let's try this one. This may have the exchange that we are all so have bated breath for. Shall we? Click.
All right, motion table.
Okay, what the hell?
Now the chair recognizes Ms. Green.
Here we go.
For 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to
Okay,
strike
this is
those
not what
words.
started it.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do
Y'all did it
it.
first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what
I
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Ms.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And
yelling.
you don't want me
Calm
to
down.
Be,
Okay, this is probably. I want to hear the beginning of the exchange.
because y'all talk
calm
noise
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right,
Sorry.
chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now
that.
recognizes
Not cute.
Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4
Wow.
minutes. Let Ms. Green.
Now it's interesting. The article that Gunfox just gave me, I'm curious. Is that how it started? I want to hear how Marjorie Taylor Greene starts, because it's funny. As I'm looking at that, here's the article. It said it started when she said something about fake eyelashes. Was the fake eyelashes before that part or not? All right, let's try it again. Where the hell was it? Let's go back to this. Here we go. Marjorie Taylor Greene, 4 minutes.
And then you all can. I'll recognize.
But I
one
move
of
to
the side.
strike her words for a second time based on her second set of personal remarks attacking another member.
Chairman Comer.
Wait.
Because you all cannot
I have an
seem
amendment at
to
the desk,
apply
and
the
this
Wait, hold up. Now that's AOC asking the chairman to strike her fellow Democrats' words. So I'm impressed that she did that. Did AOC just check her own fellow Democrat? I don't know. Anyway, let me keep going.
rules
Joe,
of the
you can
committee.
stop.
We have to do this every time.
Hey, I'm recognized. I'm recognized. I'm going to go ahead and start talking.
Look, I know. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can
Hello, Andrew.
Can we not recognize Ms. Green and let
We
her
cannot because of the rules of the committee, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to communicate in the present moment.
We have a okay, what's the motion? What's
The motion is to strike the gentlelady's words for the second set of remarks, not the first, the second.
She
that
has
apply
no
to
idea.
me.
She has no idea.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
think, Mr. Chairman, I'm the
Wait a minute. Oh, so she wasn't checking Stacy, what's her face? Okay, what the hell is going on
only
here?
one recognized right now.
Oh, this is painful.
At the time,
Will the member state the word she wishes
Yes.
struck?
She told me, or she asserted that I was not intelligent.
Okay, so this happened afterward. This is okay. Let me go back. Let me find the words that started this, which I think Marjorie Taylor Greene started this BS. And look, I don't appreciate Marjorie Taylor Greene starting it either. Let's see, where is it? I want to find. All right, let me find it. Hold up. Now I gotta find it. Yeah, we've got some dummies in Congress. But I think Marjorie Taylor Greene started this. So hang on a second. I'll find it. Holy fucking shit. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Why are my caps lock on? Okay, let's see. I want to hear what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. Here, maybe this will be the one. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Here's what started this all. This is how you. Now I'm going to tell you, Marjorie Taylor Greene was wrong here if she did say that.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Okay, so she was wrong to do that.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
order.
Just
I don't think you know.
Okay, that's search your fake. Search your fake eyelashes are getting in the way. Now I'm gonna blame this whole exchange on Marjorie Taylor Greene for saying that. She had no business saying that. And I'm sorry, wasn't on the screen. Here it is. Wait, what did Renee say? LOL, surprised she didn't say anything about Crockett's weave. Oh shit. No, because
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
order.
And so, that was the co-chairman saying, "That's even beneath you, Ms. Green." Give me a break. None of these people. Look, I don't hold any of these people in super high regard. But some people are saying, "Oh, people are roasting the shit out of." Here's a bet. This might be a longer one. Let's try this.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Because there was a question. She asked a question about something.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her
Okay. What's
words.
Why
I
is this
believe
not
she
working?
apologized.
Okay, let's keep stopping. I'm done. I'm done. Anyway.
No.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then
This would
Ms.
be
I'm
like
not
a-
4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right
striking.
to.
All right, enough of that. So anyway, her question originally was, "I'd like to know if any Democrats on the committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter," Ms. Green said on Thursday evening concerning the judges overseeing the Trump hush money trial. "Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland," Ms. Crockett replied. "I think your fake eyelashes are messing up what you're reading." Ms. Green's outburst came during an already intense hearing and prompted nearly an hour of disorder in the committee. Lawmakers bickered and exchanged blows, leaving Chairman James Comer unable to contain the furor. Well, I didn't want to say furor. Ms. Green continued to attack a second Democrat, Ms. Ocasio-Cortez, after she rebuked the right-wing lawmakers' disgusting, quote-unquote, and unacceptable, quote-unquote, remarks about Ms. Crockett. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person? Ms. Ocasio-Cortez interjected. The Republican taunted her fellow congresswoman, asking whether her feelings had been hurt. Oh, girl. Oh, baby girl. Don't even play. So they got into this like cat fight on the floor of Congress. FTG. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like hearing The View in Congress, a bunch of chirping hens with no thoughts between them. Yeah, I'm unimpressed with all of them right now. All right, let's move on so I can get on to the other stuff in the show because I want to watch this Pelosi thing. So this is the last one from Gunfox. Thank you, sir. Again, I appreciate you hijacking the show occasionally or often, for that matter. I always appreciate you. This is from an opinion piece from MSNB. What is it? MSNBC? Opinion piece about Brown versus the Board of Education decision. Which has been highly, wait, it's titties laughing time. What the hell's that mean? I'm looking at the chat going, holy shit. I want to see them outside. Let's go. Versus let's go. Oh, catch me outside. How about that? I was waiting to hear that. Okay. This is, another one from Gunfox. The joy of the Brown versus Board decision and the 70 years of resistance that's followed. What? The promise of the 1954 decision hasn't translated into reality for today's Linda Carroll Browns. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be pissed off a good bit. Here, we'll make it a little bit easier to read. This is by somebody named Nicholas Mitchell, assistant professor of curriculum studies at the University of Kansas, in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. Here we go. Hello, Linda Hunter, by the way. Okay. As a black Southerner and the son and grandson of Jim Crow survivors, my life exists in the shadow of Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka, the Supreme Court decision that turned 70 years old on May 17th. From growing up in a racially integrated neighborhood to attending schools that the law wouldn't have let my parents attend, there's nothing about my life that was not affected by Brown. It is not lost on me that I write these words from my office in the campus of the University of Kansas. It is not far from where Linda Carroll Brown, because she was black, was made to walk past all the white Sumner Elementary School. Oh, the all-white Sumner Elementary School, to catch a bus to Monroe Elementary School, which was all black. But one of the hard facts that we must confront is that in the 70 years since Brown, the social and legal resistance to desegregation has never stopped. Segregationists employed a variety of tactics whose legacies have made American education an enterprise that is endemically segregated by race and class today. Whether it's the all-white private schools that were created in response to Brown, the white flight out of cities that was inspired by the same ruling, a subsequent Supreme Court ruling that there's no right to an equally funded education, or the growing popularity of publicly funded vouchers for private schools, the promise of the 1954 decision hasn't translated into the reality for today's Linda Carroll Browns. Yeah, I'm a black man who was at one of those schools that was mostly white when I was a kid, so I'm having a hard time relating to what he's saying so far, but let's see where this goes. Now, according to a 2022 report from the Government Accountability Office, during the 2021 school year, more than a third of students, about 18.5 million, attended schools that were 75% or more of students were a single race or ethnicity, and 14% of the students attended schools where 90% or more of the students were of a single race or ethnicity. I will return to these legacies shortly, but it's important to unpack how Chief Justice Earl Warren's court, which overturned the 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson decision, justified Brown's ruling. Now, okay, let's just stop there. Let's just stop there, okay? Think about how many little towns there are across the fruited plain and the coast and the entire north, west, and east, and south of the United States of America. Think about how many schools there are, okay? And think about where schools are located. They're located in these little towns. There's towns everywhere. There's towns here, there's towns there. Those numbers mean nothing to me right now. Where 75% or more students were of a single race or ethnicity, a school where 75% or more of the students were of a single race or ethnicity. Wait. That doesn't even make sense. And 14% attended schools where 90% or more of the students were single. Well, let's say you live in, Kearney, Nebraska. Kearney, Nebraska, a little town out in western Nebraska, right? Now, Kearney, as a town, is just not, it's not really a place that's all that popular with the brothers. And in fact, Kearney probably I'm guessing the racial makeup of Kearney, Nebraska is probably 96% white people, okay? Now, what are you going to do to get more people of color in the schools in Kearney, Nebraska, when it's probably the total town is probably 90% white? What does that fucking matter? There's little towns and little schools all over the country like that are just in a small town. There's probably a town in Georgia that's mostly black people, right? And the school in that town probably has mostly black kids in it. What the hell? Okay, I'm starting. You got me going. You got me, Gunfox, already. This don't make sense. Now, if you're going to say, okay, let's say, well, we'll talk about all the urban schools. I mean, okay, wait, here's the other part, too. So, if the schools, were 18.5 million attended schools where 75% or more of the students were of a single race or ethnicity. So the school's 75% or more one race. Is that reflective of where they live? What are you going to do? Are we going to bus people from Omaha to Kearney, Nebraska to change the racial makeup of the school? But then if you do that, then won't the school that you bus the kids from still be only, like, there'll be another race or ethnicity? What was it supposed to be? What's the correct number? What's the correct percentage? Does anybody know? Robert Banks says, I'm in Mississippi. There are schools that are close to 50%, 90-10, or 10-90 white to black. It depends on who lives in the area. Yeah, what are you going to do? What does forced integration do for anybody? I mean, I'm all for integration. I'm one of those kids. And when I was in seventh grade, we started busing in Omaha, and I lived out in basically what was a suburb. I didn't live in an incorporated part of the city, but I went to a school that was in Omaha Public Schools. And so then I would have went to Morton Junior High, which would have been mostly white, but then they started busing. So they evened out all the schools and spread all the black kids around the city. And so there was more black kids in my school and started in junior high. And then by high school, you like kind of I got to choose my own high school, whatever. But what are you going to do to some town like, let's say, Paducah, Kentucky? Okay, now maybe there's a lot of black people in Paducah, Kentucky. I don't know. But maybe Paducah, Kentucky is 90% white. Are you going to bust some kids from St. Louis or Nashville or Memphis or something to get more, to integrate the schools in Paducah, Kentucky? I don't get this whole, you know what? Look, it shouldn't. If you just let kids be kids, let's start it with them at about, say, 5 years old, about kindergarten age. kids don't give a fuck about race. How about we stop teaching them that we're different and teach them about what things about us are the same? Because little kids just play. They see another little kid, and they might ask mom and dad, "Well, his skin is lighter than me. This kid's darker than me." They don't give a fuck. They'll just play with any kid that's around. And then it's the adults who start pushing all this race shit on them, and it's oh man, it's just crazy. Anyway, so this is the editorial at MSNBC. It used the 14th Amendment to find that segregated schools were unconstitutional, even if such schools were of equal quality. Of course, that would have been a rare occurrence, due in part to the Supreme Court's 1899 ruling in Cumming versus Richmond County Board of Education that allowed black people's tax dollars to be used to fund the schools only white people could attend. For black students, Warren wrote in the unanimous decision, segregation generates this feeling of inferiority as their status in the community that may affect their hearts and minds in a way unlikely ever to be undone. The impact is greater when it has a sanction of the law, for the policy of separating races is usually interpreted as denoting the inferiority of the Negro group. Well, okay, we're so far from that today. Where our bigger problem is in urban areas, and it's not just the black kids, in urban areas, period. There's this, for some reason, the kids aren't learning to read and shit. But whatever. Some assert that black students don't need to be in the same room as white students learn. Well, some don't want to be. They have separated dorms in some of these universities. Jesus Christ. Of course, this is true, but it's also irrelevant to the importance of Brown ending legal segregation. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Yes, legal segregation is wrong. But people choosing to be associate with who they're going to associate with, or live where they want to live, or be around people they want to be around, I don't give a fuck. The deranged logic of Plessy versus Ferguson upheld the Jim Crow racial caste system and rejecting the deranged logic that was the point of the ruling, to invoke Justice John Marshall Harlan's extraordinary dissent in Plessy, but in view of the Constitution and the eye of the law, there is in this country no superior dominant ruling class of citizens. There is no caste here to be segregated by law, to paraphrase constitutional law scholar Lawrence Tribe. Lawrence Tribe, constitutional law scholar. I don't listen to Lawrence Tribe anymore because he got 9-0'd on that Colorado decision, and he was wrong. But anyway, is to be labeled as inferior by the state. All arguments against this obvious truth, is it that obvious? Are variations of the nonsense in the Plessy decision that segregation is only a badge of inferiority because the colored race, quote unquote, chooses to put that construction upon it. As for the legacies of resistance to integration, a preferred tactic of segregationists was to found so-called segregation academies, private schools that were whites only, until the Supreme Court ruled that private schools could not discriminate on the basis of race in Runyon versus McCrae in 1976, 22 years after the Brown decision. Many secular religious private schools that were still operating today were founded as segregation academies. Voucher programs like the one in Georgia, Louisiana, and Washington, D.C. may serve diverse student populations now, but public vouchers to attend private schools began as a scheme to keep white children of color in segregated schools because private schools could racially discriminate until 1976. Yeah, when was the last time someone said voucher systems so that schools could segregate? I'm pretty sure that the biggest proponent of voucher systems are black people. Hello, Shrapnel, what's up? John Arnott, what's up? Special Cat Acid, what's up? Nice to see y'all here. Because they're tired of being stuck in schools that suck. So parents are like, yeah, we like this idea. We want to be able to send our kids to a better school. But, the teachers union don't like that because they might lose their public education dollars. The two biggest blows to Brown came in 1973 and 1974 with the Supreme Court rulings in San Francisco ISD versus Rodriguez and Milliken versus Bradley, respectively. In the first case, parents in the majority Mexican-American Edgewood School District said funding schools using the local tax base denied their children the right to equal education. But The Supreme Court held that there was no constitutional right to an equally funded education. In the next year, Milligan's case, the court upheld an absurd distinction between segregation by law and segregation by custom, de jure versus de facto segregation, as if segregation by custom was not created by law. Legally, it's not anymore, right? I mean, why are you, again, you're back in 1973 and we're in 2024, but anyway, which is, you know, and again, it's not that long ago. I acknowledge that. I guess I just see the makeup of schools because I used to spend a lot of time in schools as a coach, and I'm trying to see where the point is. But of course, maybe it's different in Minnesota. People live wherever the hell they want, and there's all kinds of racial makeup at every school. But anyway, just as William O. Douglas pointed out the absurdity in this dissenting opinion, in his dissenting opinion, there is, so far as the school cases go, no constitutional difference between de facto and de jure segregation. He wrote, restrictive covenants maintained by state action or inaction build black ghettos. I guess he's thinking about redlining, which was a thing. People say, oh, it's still in effect. Nah, I was in banking and mortgages for years, and it's about starting in the 90s, and yeah, it's not. People say it is, but no, I've watched how lenders and whatever work, and no, it's not. Anyway, I say that I live in the shadow of Brown, but the truth is, no, you live in Lawrence, Kansas, a lily white town in the middle of the wheat belt. Anyway, sorry. I say I live in the shadow of Brown, but the truth is that, because Brown was in Topeka, that's right. The truth is that all of us, regardless of race, live in that shadow. When we recognize that America is still having the same debate over desegregation that began in May 17th, 1954. No, we're not having the same debate. People just haven't chosen to, some people haven't chosen to move or do this, that, whatever. But there's no segregating the schools by law. Anyway. Hang on. My computer froze again. There we go. America's still having the same debate over desegregation that began in May 17, 1954. Then today's culture war fights over consideration of race as part of holistic admissions at highly selective schools, the inclusion of non-white history and literature in the standard curriculum, and the rise of charter schools become more understandable. Some argue that the Brown decision is irrelevant today or that it failed. I disagree. For all the scheming of men and women dedicated to rolling back the tide of integration, they have only been successful in slowing it. Jim Crow's insane racial caste system was overthrown in an attempt to create a multiracial democracy in a world where none had previously existed. This grand project is a work in progress, and the setbacks have rocked the country to its foundations because the clash between integration and segregation has existed as long as the country has. Most critically, the Brown decision reminds us that equality and segregation are fundamentally incomparable concepts in law and society, and if diversity is America's strength, then an integrated America is America at its strongest. But here's the other problem with that, too. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who use this guy writing, says, should be able to integrate them. But then there's people asking to be separated again. So you have the black dorms at Harvard, or you have the Hispanic people who want their little Hispanic event and no white people. You know what I mean? So I think the solution, again, adults shut up when the kids are just playing and just let kids be kids. And, I think I've learned just watching my kids grow up in a very unintentionally but racially diverse Montessori school where they started learning, and all the kids, it's amazing how kids just be kids and just don't care about that shit until you try to teach them that shit. So anyway, thanks Gun Fox for another brain worm-inducing article. All right, let's check out this Nancy Pelosi. We're going to do this video real quick, and then we're going to go to Q&A. That's all we're doing today. Program hijacked. Thank you, Gunfox. Well done. All right, Nancy Pelosi. We saw Winston Marshall yesterday at the Oxford debates. Let me pause this so I can put it full screen. Let's hear Nancy Pelosi slur and prove that she probably had a few drinks before she spoke at Oxford University. Here we go. Did I just freeze? Did my whole thing just screw up? There we go. I'm having troubles today, guys. Sorry. All right. Amazing disgrace. What's up? The right to beat down your teacher for confiscating your Nintendo Switch was not even mentioned. I know. That's crazy, isn't it? All right. Gunfox. I've got a fix for all public schools. Privatize them all and have the Department of Education reduced to 12 to 20 members to come up with mid and final tests that have 500 questions on the test. I say you just get rid of the U.S. Department of Education. Period. Let 50 local states do their thing, or local school districts do their thing, and let them try a bunch of different things. And the ones that are successful will probably export that successful idea to other schools. All right, let's watch the loose teeth, usually drunk Nancy Pelosi give her argument at the Oxford debates. Here we go. Wait, what? What? I'm a boomer after what? What? Who, me? You have troubles every day. No, these are troubles with my computer. I know I have troubles every day. Stop it. Nancy Pelosi is going to talk about populism as a threat to democracy. And we're muted. Okay, let's try that again. Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Now, here's the thing that is so sad about all of this.
Wait, how sad is it, Nancy? I just want to know how sad it is.
These people who are populist.
These people? What do you mean by these people? Bitch!
And go out there and make all these claims. Take advantage of people who have legitimate economic concerns.
Okay, that's just the intro to the
I
show.
now look to the Speaker Emerita, Nancy Pelosi, to close the case for the proposition.
Good evening. Thank you all very much for this very stimulating evening. Mr. President, congratulations to you and your officers for bringing us together to discuss this very important challenge. The proposition says that it is a threat to democracy. It didn't say it will cause it. It said it is a threat. So remember what the proposition is. Now listen attentively to our two friends here in their description of populism and our white tie and tail gentleman and his comments. And you know what?
What the hell?
They make a very compelling argument. It would have been so appropriate 200 years ago in the time of Andrew Jackson. It's an old notion of populism. For today, I always like to put down temporal markers. For today, what populism, how populism weighs in, is in a way that is different. Voltaire said, if you want to debate with me, define your terms. Well, let's define what is happening with populism today. Populism is on some of the people that have been named here.
Hold it. What's happening with populism today that Nancy doesn't like is that people who are not going to help her gain more in the stock market are the ones who are practicing it. That's what the problem is. I'm just saying.
The people that have been named here put forth with an ethno-nationalist populism.
No, they haven't.
In our country, we see
they haven't.
Nationalism, isolationism. We had a fight to get the bill that we got last week, and generated by an ethnic negativity.
That's interesting because I don't hear that. I don't see
immigrants, that. Yeah, incumbents do. Immigrants, people who are different from them, these people, and the rest. Our problem.
Immigrants? Did she just say immigrants? You mean the illegal border crossers? Is that what you were talking about? Because we still bring in lots of immigrants. An immigrant is someone who's coming through into the country process and all that shit. The people crossing the border illegal are not immigrants. They're illegal border crossers. And they're people who are migrating without proper process. I'm sorry. It'll take forever. I have to do this every time.
I don't think mob rule is a definition of democracy. What is democracy?
Good question. Democrats in power.
Democracy. Democracy is the rule of law. Democracy is...
No, it's not. No. Democracy is mob rule. That's what she wants. She wants Democrats to be in control because, well, on the coast, they have more Democrats.
Free and fair elections. Democracy is about
we're failing on that.
Judiciary. It's about freedom of the press to have transparency and to have accountability of elected officials to the people. It's about all of that. And that is everything that the populist regime in Washington, D.C. is against.
False.
Populism is
false.
Populism is about
that's false.
Fighting the ethno-nationalistic populism, as is the threat to democracy, is about threatening what they call elites. A free press. No thanks. Free press. It's about fighting issues that relate to free and fair elections, where we have voter suppression to the nth degree under this regime.
Nancy, you are the regime. Biden is office. Whose votes are you suppressing? Is that what you're saying? There's no voter suppression. Give me a fucking break. And repeal the 19th.
And resistance to passing the Voting Rights Act, the John Lewis Act, all of that, because they want to contain who votes. Now, the issue of independent judiciary.
To legal voters?
We owe so much to the UK, or England as it was, when it put forth so many things at Runnymede, England.
What up, Spud?
And one of them
what up,
was trial by jury. When King John came, the barons who were there they had 12 chairs.
King John.
And what sprang from that was a jury of your peers, 12 peers. And that sprang from the Magna Carta, and something that we hold dear in our country. Right now,
can I get a vodka?
Trial by jury threatened by vicious assaults on the jurors. So when we
now you're weaponizing it against your opponents.
And we talk about democracy, let's understand our terms today, not 200 years ago, but today. And if you are humored by some of the Ted Cruz and people like that, that may be humorous to you, but it ain't funny to us because it has a direct impact on what's happening. Now, here's the thing that is so sad about all of this. These people who are populists,
these people? Who are these?
And go out there and make all these claims, take advantage of people who have legitimate economic concerns.
Someone said already in
this day and age,
she's talking about Democrats.
Concerned, and some of you have heard me say this before, are concerned about innovation. How are they and their families going to thrive and survive economically in a new era of innovation? They're concerned about
Joe Biden's
globalization.
Era?
They're concerned about immigration. They're concerned about anything new because it's not the familiar to them. And so along comes
they're stupid. They're not
a snake
educated.
oil salesman, sells them a bill of goods, and then takes office, and the only legislation put forth is a bill that gives a tax bill that gives 83% of the benefits to the top 1%.
So, and she's talking in dollars when she says that. Oh, you mean the top 1% that pay over 90% of all the taxes? Is that what you're talking about? That top 1%? So the people who pay the most taxes get the most benefit from a tax break, but everyone who pays taxes got a benefit from the tax breaks. It would seem that if you go just by how many people got tax breaks, well, clearly it doesn't benefit just the 1%. The majority of people who got tax breaks are well below the 1%. Unless you're saying only the 1% got tax breaks. Holy shit.
That has legislation to take away their health care. If that isn't enough for you, when we didn't have the bill to go give aid to Ukraine and the rest, the speaker said to me, I can't do it until I do the budget bill. What was holding up the budget bill? After giving a $2 trillion tax cut to the wealthiest 1% in our country, $2 trillion added to the national debt, unpaid.
I'm just curious. Have Democrats proposed any spending in the last 50 years that may have also contributed to that debt? I'm curious.
For the big issue that held us up at the end was something called WIC, food for women, infants, and children.
Was it? Now I'm pretty sure you're lying here, because that's not what held up the bill. It's not what held up the bill. This is a lie. Okay, this is a lie. They were arguing whether or not the Ukraine aid should be in the bill, the Israel aid should be in the bill, the Taiwan aid should be in the bill. That was all reported. There was nobody reported that this was what held up the bill.
For new families. We can't afford to give that food. It's going to add to the national debt.
That's not, oh my God. Now, if they had said something like that, do you think the media would have reported it? Do you think that would have been the top story in every headline on every newspaper and MSNBC and CNN and everywhere across the country, ABC and all the rest of them? Oh my God.
That's what these purveyors of populism.
Is it? Now, she's not even talking about populism right now. What up, Cannon? Cannon Hotep in the house.
Concerns that have to be respected and they have to be addressed. But the fact is that democracy...
She's not talking about populists. She's talking about Democrats versus Republicans. And I don't consider all the Republicans populists. Okay? And even if they were, she's not arguing a single thing about populism right now. All she's arguing is that her Democrat priorities are different than the Republican priorities, and she's not talking about populism.
Since your 200-year-ago version about Andrew Jackson and all that, so much has happened that our distinguished person, I don't know your name, but thank you for your pro-argument. We've seen demagogues come down the pike.
Oh, wow. You must have a mirror.
What do the Republicans say? Fake news. So they're diminishing that in
what
the
is
eyes
she
of these
talking
poor
about?
souls who are looking for some answers. We've given them to them, but they're blocked by some of their views on guns. They have the 3 Gs, guns, gays, God. That would be a woman's right to choose. And cultural issues
what is she talking
cloud
about?
some of their reception of an argument that really is in their interest. I don't agree with you that people...
we're too dumb to know what's good for us.
We don't accuse people of not knowing what they're doing. They know what their personal interest is. We respect that.
No, you
don't. But the fact is that using whether it's
holy shit,
people
thank you,
different
Eddie. You're
from
right.
me,
She's doing out
nationalism, populism is a very dangerous threat to democracy, not just in America, where we're...
Populism is democracy. She just doesn't like the policies and things that people want. Good God.
Seeing it play.
God is a woman's right to choose. Oh, yeah, what? Wait, did she just... Yeah, she did just say that, didn't she? God is a woman's right to choose. Is that... So is that... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is she talking about?
Out, but in the whole world, in the context of a fight between democracy and autocracy, not mine, but the version of populism, ethno-nationalist populism, which tries to bring down education and fake news, the media, which is a protector of democracy.
Oh, my God. The media is a protector of democracy. You mean the media that is cheerleading having your political opponent put in jail? That media? What democracy is that? What does that have to do with democracy?
That version
is we did the rebuttal yesterday. Oh, no, it wasn't a rebuttal.
Other than our country, and is a danger to democracy. We think democracy is on the ballot in America. It's a victory that we must win.
Jesus Christ.
Because it will only make matters worse if they have another stay at what they're doing to the courts in our country, the fear that they're instilling in our country, the suppression of the vote in our country, the role of their big, dark, rich billionaire donors who don't want to pay taxes, suffocating the airways.
Did she say big, dark, rich billionaire donors? Big, dark, rich donors. As if the Democrats have no big, dark, rich donors. Good God. Democrats have more billionaire, millionaire donors than the Republicans do. Holy shit.
Fossil fuel industry and the gun industry. And the
what does this have to do with populism?
So money and populism, sadly, have gone together with this ethno-nationalist, what they call elite, which we call education, free press, and the rest. So I urge you to think in terms of the word. It says it's a threat. You're going to deny that it's a threat to democracy in the versions that have emerged in America so clearly?
Nobody knows what the fuck she's talking about.
And why does everybody here say to me, what happens if he gets elected? Well, you can't let that...
She's only relating this to one person, too. That's hilarious. She's...
That happened because for us, this election is Washington crossing the Delaware. This is about a democratic... No offense to the Brits. No offense to the Brits. But the fact is also that what happened here at Runnymede, the Magna Carta, yes, the first parliament and the rest of that.
This is meandering
has a great
nonsense.
Contribution to democracy in the world, but our country was founded on the principle that all people are created equal, a constitution that
Except
tried
for
to
the
implement
slaves.
that wasn't perfect from the beginning, but they were able to amend it to end slavery and all the other remnants of what came before. But populism in the version of Andrew Jackson, which...
Ken, this is from the Oxford debates. I played Winston Marshall's argument on populism yesterday, and he basically ripped her to shreds.
Which was described here is not the threat that we are talking about. That's part of it. But the fact that's so sad is a misrepresentation of people who exploit the populist attitude of I want to have my say, and then use it to get elected, and then hurt those people the most. Hurt those people the most. As I say, unfair taxation, unfair distribution of resources. A budget should be a statement of our national values. Instead, it's a vehicle to put more money in the pockets of his contributors. And on top of all of that, taking away health care and the rest by lying about it all. That's about deaths, this, and abortion. It's not about any of that.
Where's my martini?
So if there could be truth in their message, I think that people would react differently because they would know quite clearly how it affects them and their lives, where they know better than anybody their kitchen table concerns on how they can pay the bills, educate their children, save for retirement, pay the rent, and the rest of that. So my friends...
Pay the rent? I own my house, bitch. No, I mean, this is hilarious. If that's the case, then why are a large portion of the working class basically saying fuck the Democrats right now? Why? Okay, clearly the Democrats are failing on many of these issues that she's talking about. Clearly the country's in a mess that people see that she's not talking about. If Democrats in charge, which was what Democrats mean when they say the word democracy. When Democrats say democracy, they mean Democrats in charge. Okay? She clearly made that clear here because everything she says when she talks about democracy is Democrat policies versus Republican policies. And so she is saying democracy equals Democrat, authoritarian or whatever, not democracy, is Republicans. That she's literally made it a partisan thing and not a populism thing. Donald Trump has in a sense populist, type person who's not a government person, has attracted a large portion of that Democrat base that supposedly the Democrats are for the working people, right? But that's not what we're seeing anymore. So she's talking out her asshole. Well, she always does. Because she's talking out of her vodka bottle.
This is interesting academically, intellectually, and the rest.
Yeah, well, nothing you said was intellectual. Not a word she said was intellectual.
On the ground, populism, as the version that we see now,
she's repeating herself,
is a threat
which is
to
what
democracy.
drunk people often do.
That's really hard to deny. I was eager to hear their arguments, but what I heard could have been made 200 years ago and not facing the realities that we see. So I urge you all to vote in favor of the proposition, and again, with respect for the presentations that we had. And really, Sultan, I was ready to vote for you for one of those positions. I really was.
Because I was drinking...
I'm not sure now because I don't know that you could possibly believe the presentation. I know this is academic, so maybe you believe it. I respect that. But what I do respect is our democracy. And just tell you one more thing. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, where our national anthem was written by Francis Scott Key. And he...
Oh, do you mean the racist national anthem? Sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. She's from Baltimore. Except when was the last time you were in Baltimore, Nancy? You are a San Francisco liberal Democrat, period.
He wrote a beautiful thing in the national anthem, and it's our motivation right now in some of our campaigning. He said, proof through the night that our flag was still there. Proof through the night that our flag was still there. We have to prove through the night of this election that our flag is still there.
Oh, good
A
God.
flag that we pledge to every civic day with liberty and justice for all. And that is
now she's just throwing in some buzzwords.
That is supporting democracy.
She rambled on for 14 minutes, and said pretty much nothing other than Democrats good, Republicans bad. That's all she said. She didn't say anything about populism as a tactic or as a political movement or anything. All she was talking about was Democrats good, Republicans bad. Every time she says democracy, she means Democrats in charge. That's all she's saying. So, she's going to finish this up in a few seconds.
Supporting our flag and all it stands for, and it is threatened by this version of populism that exists today. Please vote aye. Thank you.
All right, some incoherent bullshit from Nancy Pelosi. Just unbelievable. All right, real quick, got a couple supers to do, and then we'll go to Q&A, because it's Friday. We do Q&A Friday. Watermelon What up? Who are you? Welcome to the show. Is that you must be from Philly, because that's how people from Philly say water. It's watermelon, not water, whatever. But okay. Quick question: watermelon. Are you from Philly? That's all I gotta ask. That's the only question I have for you. All right, real quick, couple super chats. Thank you, Steve Dave. Drop it at 269 in the chat, in the super chats via Streamlabs. Steve says, if y'all haven't already smashed the like button, it's better than listening to this moronic woman spout off anti-democratic rhetoric without the quote, I want to have my say, end quote. See, also, voting, you Dems dipshit. Also smash the like button, dipshits. Well, don't call them dipshits. We want to smash the like. I want to like smashing the like button, not be shamed into hitting the smash button or the like button, whatever the hell I just said. Hello. By the way, there's 6 people here and only 30 likes. That means 6 of you haven't done your job, but you're getting there. Thank you. You're doing a good job. And also, thank you, John Arnott. Dropped a 5 spot over via YouTube Super Chat. It says, tip for the bartender. Yeah, I think I overserved Ms. Pelosi.